Welcome to Hello Port Hueneme. I'm your host, Tom Dunn, and today we have a guest with us, besides Rod Butler, the city manager, which we do the Citizens Forum a couple times a month. And today we have Anna Hanley. And Rod, would you introduce Anna to the citizens of Port Hueneme?
Sure. So Anna is a long-time employee of the city. She was in our police department for 15 years.
15 years.
15 years total, and finished in her last few years as basically the administrative manager of all of the administrative functions of the police department, and she oversaw the dispatch center. So huge responsibilities. And just recently she's transitioned to our recreation division, and she's our community services and recreation programs manager now. So kind of a, still within the city organization, but really a major shift in the areas of responsibility that she has. But we're really excited to have her in that role. There's been a lot of budget cutting in recreation in the last few years, and we think that Anna will come in and bring some new eyes, new enthusiasm, new skills to really try to reinvigorate that recreation and community services function for the city.
I'm really glad to see that besides our department managers that we have added people like Steve Kinney as a business consultant and Anna as a community and recreation development. It narrows down things that are really important to the city and to the residents of things that need to be looked after. That was one of the big problems we had for years, like you were saying, is stuff didn't get attended to, i.e. all the stuff at the beach that has been cleaned up and stuff that wasn't done for years. So
Right.
Welcome, and
Thanks, Tom.
I would like for you to tell us a little bit about your police experience, and then explain what you have found. You've been here how long? A month yet?
Yeah, I think it's
A
about
month?
4 weeks.
Tell us what you found and what your plans are to move forward with this position.
Sure, so as the city manager just explained, I came from the police department and I was the support services division manager responsible for all of the non-sworn staff within the police department, which did include the dispatch center, the communications area. It also included the property and evidence unit, the records unit, and I handled the finances for the police department, as well as liaised with the HR department here on the city side to handle anything that we could over within that agency. I was able to implement new technology within the police department. We started a new records management and CAD system that went online in 2014, so that was an exciting change that we were able to bring to the agency.
Tell the residents what CAD means, please.
Sure. CAD is computer aided dispatch, so that's when the call comes in to the communications center. The dispatcher is able to type the information directly into the software system, and the officers in real time can witness that information on the screens in their vehicles as they're responding to the call. So instead of having to get on the air and the radio and ask questions repeatedly, it saves time, and they can read that information as they're responding in real time. So it was a great asset to have come on board and made live. It took a long time to build the system and then work through workflow issues, but it was very much accepted by personnel, and I think it was a success.
I imagine it helped the response time too, didn't it? On something that would come through quickly, emergency.
It did. I think that they were just fully aware of what they would be engaging with when they arrived on scene, so that's definitely a helpful.
Very important, very important.
Very important, yes.
Well, okay, well, that's quite a background, and we're glad you moved over. So tell us in this month that you've been here so far, what you found and what ideas you have that you think will move the position forward.
Sure. In the 4 weeks that I've been in the recreation department, I've had an opportunity to meet with several different groups, one of them being the lifeguards down at the beach. I've had an opportunity to assess their equipment needs, any kind of maintenance needs that the towers may have, learn about their functions, address training and different solutions that they're looking to have implemented to retain staff and develop the program as we go forward. So that's been Something that I was able to, I think, translate to my experience in the police department and working with the park ranger program. That was an easy transition for me. I think we speak the same language, the lifeguards and I already do, so that was a nice connection that we were able to have going forward, and I have confidence that we'll be able to take care of their needs and retain the great staff that we have down at the beach.
It was basically just different uniforms.
It,
Swimming
essentially,
trunks versus the park rangers.
honestly, it just about is the
Yeah.
same. But also, I think the recreation department, as we were discussing earlier today, there's a lack of technology available to the community currently as far as registering online for programs. I think that's something that we're going to be able to incorporate. We're looking to have Wi-Fi available to the instructors that may want to hold classes there. That's something that we've noticed is absent and needs to be implemented. Something as simple as paying with a credit card to pay for a rental at that facility and register for programs. So those are things that we want to bring and offer to the community. I think that will help make things easier to keep business and revenue coming in and moving forward. There's also definitely, I think, a need to overhaul the way that we are marketing our programs and how we offer services in the community center, and I think that that's something I'm particularly excited about, taking this opportunity to overhaul that and re-engage citizens in what programs we may want to offer there at the community center.
When I first met you at the National Police Night Out and talked to you for a few minutes, you have programs for both young kids and senior citizens. Can you tell us about a few of those?
Sure. We currently have this phenomenal senior exercise course that's available on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays from 9 to 10. It has a following like you wouldn't expect and have never seen. I think I've seen up to 100 people in that room of all ages. I mean, just so engaged and active, and Sharon from Ocean View Pavilion is the instructor. She is incredible. And so I would highly recommend anyone checking out that class in particular because, like I said, the energy in that room is, it's just undeniable. We also have a gymnastics course that is available for youth throughout the day on Wednesday, all different levels, beginner, intermediate. There's even a special class for homeschooled children that's offered at an alternative time. So that's something that definitely you could take advantage of. We have a needleworks course or class where people meet regularly on Thursdays, and that's a great group. They create crafts that will be available for sale possibly at the senior luncheon this year. So that's a nice a group that's been meeting for over 25 years. So there's a lot of long-term engaged people that have programs that have continued there at the center, and I want to help those grow. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to talk about those.
And we've been working with Rod on getting the city hooked up on Port Hueneme News so that you will have a direct link, and whenever something comes up that you want to get out, you'll be able to instantly get it so that the people will hear about it and can, come right away rather than having to send in something and get a letter back and okay it. You can just announce it. So I hope that would help you out a lot.
Definitely. I think social media, the city has a great new information technology person on board as well, and so I think the use of social media will definitely increase as we go forward.
Again, Rod and I, when we started Citizens Forum back in March, around March, one of the first things we talked about was a resident of Port Hueneme said, "Hey guys, how about the city sponsoring a community garden?" And we've been working on it, and it involves a lot of things. The various departments have to, decide how it's going to work. What things do you need? Water, tools, security, a little bit of money, and they have worked through it to the point now that there is going to be a demonstration community garden at the museum. The Port Hueneme National Society History Museum. Can you, I know you know about that, can you explain to the people how that's going to work?
Definitely. I don't know if you had an opportunity to watch the council meeting that occurred on Monday, but there was a presentation given that specified everything that has been researched and developed and that will go into this community garden. It's going to be a great opportunity for citizens to participate and basically pay or rent a plot and grow food, and there are going to be parameters as far as what's allowable to grow and maintenance and ongoing upkeep of equipment and I guess vegetables, if you will, the produce.
It has to be edibles.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
going to come from that. But I believe at the Recreation Department is where we will be accepting applications and organizing the participants. So anyone can feel free to contact me directly as this moves forward, and I can help answer questions or orchestrate the implementation of that garden as we move forward.
And so once that's up and running and the city gets a feel for it, then by then I think they'll have a much larger property that we'll be able to do a full-scale community garden on.
Yes, I think the intent is to grow the program.
Yeah,
Right.
good. Very good. Is there anything else on the horizon that you'd like to speak about?
Gosh, there's just so much. I just really do want to say I am extremely excited for the opportunity to be here, and I think we have untapped potential as far as recreation and community services is concerned, and I look forward to what's coming next.
We're glad to have you on board. Nice
Thanks,
to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too.
And Rod, another good hire. Thank
Right.
you very much.
Yeah, and this time I actually got to move someone who was already in the organization, which is always nice.
And
too.
in-house, yes.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going on and knows the landscape and everything like that. So, thank you very much, and we will continue with the remainder of Citizens Forum in just a little bit.